Bum 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 ba da da na 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 da 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 bum 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 ba da dum ba dum bum 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 bum. I'm such a dork. Okay, so I've been wanting to review Jurassic Park on my YouTube for a long time because it's such an important movie to my life and it means a lot to me, but I've been putting it back, and now since that Jurassic Park has been re-released in 3D, the perfect time. So yeah, I'm going to review Jurassic Park 3D. It's so worth it. Okay, so over where I live, there's this thing called Big D. It's kind of like IMAX. The seats are incredible. The screen's big, but it's not as big as the IMAX screen. But it's still pretty big. And the quality is amazing. I went to a later showing with my older brother, and since it's Big D and it's a late night showing, it's kind of expensive. I had to pay $15 to watch it. But it's totally worth it. Jurassic Park. Excuse me. Where do I begin? Just where do I begin? It's a masterpiece. It has stood the test of time. It's a masterpiece. One of Steven Spielberg's best. It's incredible. I just don't know where to begin. I mean, where should I start? I just don't know. I mean, watching this movie, it made me feel like a kid again. That's what I really liked. I had the biggest smile on my face watching this because it just reminded me of when I was a kid. I was hugely obsessed with Jurassic Park. Excuse me. I mean, I had all the toys. I remember I would play Jurassic Park out at recess with my friends, though my friends weren't as obsessed as I was, nowhere near as obsessed as I was. Yeah, and I remember that some people thought that I was weird back in elementary because I just was so obsessed with Jurassic Park. But Jurassic Park is awesome! And wow, I had the video game on the Xbox, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, which I really regret selling it. I was a complete idiot, and I tried to see if I could rebuy it, but now the game's rare, and it's really expensive, so what the hell was I thinking? Now if I want to rebuy it, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it will be worth it. I loved that game. I wish I didn't sell it. I was a complete idiot for doing that. But yeah, this movie made me feel like a kid again. It makes me just want to go back to my childhood and play with all my Jurassic Park toys. I miss those. I miss those toys. I so miss them. I just wish I could play with them again. I just wish I still had them. Okay, so enough about my childhood. Now on to the movie. The movie came out 20 years ago, 1993. I was just like a year old when this movie came out. And the special effects are still absolutely amazing. What I like is that it's a combo of CGI and practical effects. This movie is the reason why most movies started using CGI. Back before it was stop motion, but then when this came out, it was CGI. If you don't know what CGI is, it's like, stuff on a computer graphic imagery. So yeah, for example, I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so the shots in Jurassic Park where it's like where you see like the. Okay, so see that you see a T-Rex from head to toe, it's CGI. But if it's just half of it, then it's animatronic. That was what I loved about it, because that was necessary. You don't need to do a CGI shot of of a T-Rex foot. You don't need to do that. Just do it animatronic. And the special effects are just so realistic. They put a lot of time and a lot of work into making those things look so realistic that you actually forget that you are looking at a special effect. You actually think that you're looking at a real dinosaur, which is just incredible. I also like how they portray the dinosaurs as animals, not just bloodthirsty. I mean, they're animals. Like with the T-Rex. Like, the T-Rex did attack the humans, but yet you also saw it hunt other dinosaurs, which just showed it's not some bloodthirsty animal that's gonna hunt down the humans and all that. It's an animal. And it has to eat to survive. So that's what I liked about that. And Steven Spielberg really created a lot of suspense in this movie. Like, the part when you first see the T-Rex is so suspenseful. So, they see the goat, and then it's gone. It's at nighttime, and it's raining, which makes it even more suspenseful. You think, oh my god, the goat's gone. And that one glass with the water, you hear the footprints in the background. The water in the cup is vibrating, which just builds up the suspense even more. And then they're like, where's the goat? And then, bam! And then the goat leg. Sorry if I'm spoiling the movie, but if you haven't seen Jurassic Park already, really? How can you call yourself human and haven't seen Jurassic Park? Really? You are not worthy of the title human if you haven't seen Jurassic Park. But yeah, so anyways, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review, so I hope you don't mind. And I got a lot to say about this movie, because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. That part when you first see the T-Rex is instantly one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie, because it's so suspenseful, and it's like the goat leg just lands on top. It's so creepy, and then the T-Rex swallows it, just looks at the kids, and I love how it doesn't just attack the Jeep right away. It looks at it and it gets up close, which makes it just so much more suspenseful. It's like, oh my god, there's a T-Rex right there, right in front of me. This is really freaky. Though the T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur, if I was, right next to a T-Rex and its jaw was literally just that far away, I would be freaking out. And I love the part where the kids are in the Jeep and the eye gets all close up, and oh god, that part gets me every time. And that scene is just so iconic. It's like, if you mention that scene, they know what you're talking about. And I just really, really, really love that shot of when the eyes gets all close up to the kid. It's just so suspenseful. And I also liked Jeff Goldblum's character and Sam Neill's character. I liked how Sam Neill was a stubborn guy, and Jeff Goldblum was more of a kind of a smart ass. He would always make these smart ass remarks, and that just made an awesome combo. I liked how at first Sam Neill really wasn't into kids, and that part where he scares the kid about telling him how the raptor will hunt you down and eat you. That scene is awesome, by the way, which is it's just totally what his character would do. And then he learns to appreciate kids more because he has to look after John Hammond's kids, which is played by Richard Attenborough, I think is how you pronounce his name. The only movies I've seen him in are in Jurassic Park 1 and 2. I know that he was in the Miracle on 45th, 44th something like that. Street, the one about Santa Claus or whatever. But I haven't seen that. I've only seen him in Jurassic Park 1 and 2. He wasn't in Jurassic Park 3.